I'm in Patong on the island of Phuket, south of Thailand. Ishna Munshi here. I'm back in Thailand. I got back, can you believe it? After 16 months stuck in the UK. It is great to be back here again. It's wonderful to be on a beach, and this is a paradise island, you know. It's a wonderful place to be. What they're trying to do is get the tourists back. It's the first place in Asia to try this, and they're calling it the Sandbox. And basically what they've done is they've closed off the whole island and closed the borders and vaccinated 75% of the people, and they're allowing tourists to come back. It is quite hard to get through all the things that you have to do to get out here. You've got to be vaccinated twice for a start. That's why the UK and America are the two countries which have had the most tourists so far here. They're really pleading almost with Europe and America to come back, because the area is hurting so badly with complete lack of tourists that they've had for well over a year. And of course, as you can imagine, all the tourist industries, the hotels and all the things connected with it have really suffered. And so this is like a lifeline, and it's also the first place in Asia that's actually tried this. So they really want it to be a success, and they're doing everything they can to keep it going. Some people are saying, you know, why have it in Phuket? What about the rest of Thailand? That's all suffering at the moment. And so there is some opposition to it. But I'll show you the rest of Patong in a minute to give you some idea what it's like. Now the question is it worth coming here as a tourist? And I think it depends how badly you want to get to a beautiful beach. You know, the beaches are quieter and cleaner and more beautiful than they've ever been. It must be like going back 50 years or something like that. I mean, this one is packed normally. It's normally absolutely packed. I mean, there'd be people playing football all the way along. There'd be water skis and all that kind of thing going on. But it was quieter than this now, but the tourists are slowly kind of trickling back in. Whether it's going to keep going or not, we don't know. But they've suddenly decided that they can't hide from this thing. They can't hide from the COVID, and we've got to live with it. It's the new normal, and so good luck to them. And you know, you've got to praise Thailand for at least trying this to see if it's going to work. And so I'll go inland now a bit. So this is the start of Bangla Road, which is the famous walking street, sort of fun street of Patong, which as I said, Saturday this would usually be absolutely full. We're supposed to wear a mask. Most people are kind of keeping to it, although there's quite a few people who aren't. And what I'm going to do is walk down Bangla Road and show you how much is closed. And remember, this used to be absolutely pulsating, full of people, packed with bars and nightclubs and you know, go-go girls dancing and all that sort of thing. Let's see what it's like now. Well, there's a few places open. There's a few clothes shops. It's just slowly starting to come back alive. So this gives you some idea what it's like. You can see how many places are closed at the moment, and I don't know how many are ever going to reopen again. I suppose once the tourists come back, it'll start reopening. It's looking a bit sad at the moment. They're not allowed to sell alcohol. The bars are just, they've got to be closed. And even the restaurants have stopped serving alcohol now. A while ago they were allowed to serve it until 9 o'clock, but now even the restaurants have been told they cannot serve alcohol, which is not great for the tourists or for the restaurants. And yeah, these places would be making a fortune normally, under normal circumstances. It's like one of those films, you know, when everything, like there's been a nuclear war or something like that. It's one of those films. Eerie, kind of deserted feel to it. I mean, the whole of this would be absolutely crammed with people. Let's go inside one of these places that would be. There would be girls dancing and full of customers. And look at it, it's just deserted, everything packed up, closed down, gathering dust. It's been like this for months now. The only places that are open are a few sort of beauty salons, places that sell food. But it's eerie. I suppose the people who own the bars in here are just thinking, just hold out and eventually it will all get going again. The strangest thing is how quiet it is. This would normally there would be music everywhere. There would be just so much noise in here, and people would be shouting at you as you were walking down. And yeah, it's spooky, and it does make you wonder whether things are ever going to get back to normal here. See, there's some people here just selling some food. So I don't know what the tourists are making of it, but you can still eat out at restaurants, which you can't in Bangkok. Hello. Hello. Also closed is this place called Central, which is usually a really busy shopping mall with all kinds of Western kind of shops and things like that. A very fashionable place for people to come to. And yeah, that's been closed for quite some time, a couple of months. And across the road, Jung Silon is also closed. Just about everything apart from a big supermarket in there is still open, but all the normal shops, and that would be packed as usual in normal times, all closed down, all eerie, spooky looking. It's really been hit hard, this island, Phuket, which is one of the reasons they lost so much money, so much capital. But the country mates, Thailand, of course, very reliant on tourism, and that's why they really have done this sandbox thing, to try and get some money back into the economy, particularly of Phuket. And because it's an island, it's one of the few places where they can close things off and stop infections coming in. And because they've vaccinated, it's really just like being in the UK now, because, you know, everybody's been vaccinated, they're living with the virus, there are not many cases here. And as this seems to be the new normal, this seems to be the only way they're going to do this anywhere in the world. So the rest of the world is watching.